Beware of what you become in pursuit of what you want. That is a quote by Jim Rohn. And I wanted to kind of throw some bonus content out for you guys today. I've posted once. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, I have challenged myself to post a video per day for the next 30 days. And I just so happened to come up with this idea as I was sitting here in the short-term rental, changing out some doorknobs. And I want to share something with you guys. That saying by Jim Rohn of being careful of what you become in pursuit of what you want can mean several things. But I was thinking about, many of the social media influencers that I watch and listen to and I learn from. And I was thinking, how tricky it must be with hundreds of thousands of followers, with hundreds of thousands of people wanting to get next to you. And here you are, every time you go out or every time you go to some type of meetup, people know you, but you don't know them. Be careful of what you become in pursuit of what you want. It's very hard, I would guess. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers yet, but it's I'm sure it's very, very tricky navigating through this sea of people who some want to learn from you, they want to get next to you, they admire you. They may even feel like you guys are friends, but you don't know them. I'm sure that's a little awkward sometimes. However, I'm reminded of a situation that happened, and it goes perfectly with Jim Rohn's saying. And I had an associate, I won't call him a friend, but borderline friend. And he has a pretty decent community of folk, and he teaches, he's a good teacher. And I had been in his community for some time, learning earlier in my wholesaling journey when I was real estate wholesaling, just to sharpen my skills up. And then there was a friend of his that he had invited who was building his platform, and he would come in and he would do some teaching. Of course, I'm not going to say anyone's names because I would never violate anyone's trust. And this person who he would invite into the community eventually started getting like a lot of traction, and he blew up. And a lot of other people in the industry, let me be a little cautious here, took note of him, and then now he kind of leveraged some of their celebrityship. Now I'm speaking of the friend now, the associate. The friend of the associate, not the guy that I know, but the guy who knows the guy that I know who came in. So I just want to clarify that. And so he came into the community. He allowed him to come into the community, as I'm sure others did, and to piggyback off of the audience he already had established. That is for those of you who don't know, that's a strategy a lot of up and coming we want to be influencers utilize. They'll interview someone who already has an audience to leverage the audience that they have, so on and so forth. And then, their platform will grow as a result. So this guy comes into the community and he takes off. And I don't have a dog in this fight, so I can only give it to you based on how I saw it. I don't know if they were close friends or just kind of casual friends or whatever, but I do know that he was in and he kind of gave him, free reign of the group and to, teach and kind of bring in his own unique style of teaching. But he came in and he started blowing up, and he grew a really big following and, really big channel, and he's still huge. So when I reached out to my associate that I know who had the community, I asked, I was like, yeah, I see you guys out there doing this thing and, blah, blah, blah. I was like, why I don't see you on this platform. Like, he was on your platform. What's up with that? So he was like, man, I'm so disappointed in this guy because, he started blocking my calls when I reached out to him. And, he kind of ghosted me. And in fairness, I don't know if they had a falling out. I don't know what all the details behind the scenes are. All I can tell you is what I was told. And I'm just going to take it at face value. If this is exactly the way it happens, then I'm going to just caution you guys not to be that. Don't, you know, so I see where, and I'm in a lot of communities, I see kind of how we are taught by people who have large followings to be, for lack of a better word, transactional and to leverage relationships. But I think that, we need to be cautious, those of us that are building communities, not to allow ourselves to be 100% transactional. There are no absolutes in this world. So it's not all or nothing, it's both and. And I think although we can leverage relationships, and yes, we do need to be around people who are doing the thing better than we are doing it so that we can learn from them. But it's also important not to be so transactional that you are unwilling to reach back or to, associate with people who kind of rock with you in the beginning. No, they may not be as big as you. No, they may not be following the same path that you follow or even have the skill set that you have. But for those of you who that's kind of a goal for you to build a following, don't, I mean, it's important to do frequent checkups on yourself. Don't be like, you see the needle moving and all of a sudden, I'm past them people. I ain't got to rock with them no more. I got this new crew of people over here. Because I think what will eventually happen to you is that you'll become a victim of your own success. And you will look up and find yourself surrounded by a bunch of transactional people who, although you get money, these people, they're really not your friends. Now, that might be okay with some of you guys. Sounds like Hollywood a little bit, right? So, that may be okay with you guys, but I suspect that most people that may watch this video are not out to be that kind of person. If you are, well, go for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just at this stage of my life, it's quality over quantity. And though I am looking to build relationships with people that I admire and people who I can learn from, I also want to salvage and keep some of those relationships that I had, that may not even be business related, just people I can call, have great conversations with. We can go out, we can chop it up, we can have dinner and take trips or whatever. And we have a great time. And it's not even about business. It's not even about leverage. It kind of bothers me when I see people who I look at their friends. I look at people that they friend. I look at the things that they like. Go ahead. I challenge you guys. Some of the people you really look at online, it's easy for us to assume, they're just busy. That's why they don't really like other people's stuff, or they don't, check their DMs. Well, go and look at the people that they follow and look to see if they have time to like their stuff. Like Alex Hormozy, for instance, he's really huge, you know what I'm saying? But you'll see some of your favorite influencers liking bigger influencers, because when we're taught that, I'll just give you some of the sauce. We're taught to go in other communities, like and contribute and stuff, so that their followers will start following us. I'm just going to keep it real with you. It's a strategy and it's okay. However, when you become so obsessed with being liked by people who, you think can pick you up or do things for you, you need to be careful not to become that. You're not just that. And this influencer, online guru world that we're in now, I think a lot of people have lost themselves to that, and they don't recognize themselves, and maybe that's okay with them. But when you start having friends say, hey man, that guy that I helped has completely forgot about me, then I think it's time for a checkup. That's all I'm saying, man. Hey, look, man, I'm not saying not to change. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying be in control of how you change, or you're going to wake up one day and not recognize yourself. as you set for property, opportunity, and profit, man. Y'all stay up. Later.